Hi, I'm Al in SoCal, and I'm doing what I think is going to be a quick review on an item that I use, an item I received in probably a month and a half ago, and I've been using it over the last month and a half. It is what we would call in Brazil an agenda. An agenda is basically a portfolio here in the States. Same thing for a business person, man or woman. This basically can hold documents, folders, paper, and writing instruments, credit cards, whatever you want. I have a collection of these. Right now, this is my favorite large agenda or portfolio. In this case, they call it a padfolio. It's a cute name, but all of them carry pads of paper, at least if you're going to do anything outside of your office or in the office, you have to have paper to write on. So let me show you this, which is a very large padfolio, zippered all the way around. The material is what they call PU leather. That's not referring to any aroma. I believe it would stand, it's poly, and the U I think might be polyurethane. It's essentially a synthetic leather. It is not leather. If it were, it would be quite a bit more expensive, but it's a padded synthetic product, and I think it's just fine for the applications that I have. When you open it up, and I just made some notes in here because, first of all, the paper size that I've got in here right now is an 8.5 by 11.5. This is really a large lined paper. Manufacturer is Reyes. That's the way I'm pronouncing it, and they call it a padfolio. The price point, surprisingly, in my opinion, is low. It's $26. I couldn't find anything else for much less in this size with all of these features. Now, the reason I've got that little one, I'm going to show you a feature this doesn't have, but you could easily add it manually. This particular unit has a elastic band here. I've got two fine point pens, one standard pencil and one mechanical pencil. That's what I have in the way of instruments. My cell phone is here. I've got my business card. I've got, well, we were on a trip. So on that trip, we went to a Brazilian steakhouse in Louisiana, in close to downtown New Orleans. And I grabbed some little coasters. And I just stuck them in here. I've got some receipts. I haven't really downloaded this yet. In this snap section, this button section, I've actually got some data on a small memory device. You could use this for almost anything. And then you've got not a pocket, but an open area right here where you can put, and I've got, well, I just grab some blanks. Here's a standard letter size manila, or not manila, but a file folder. And I, in fact, put some file folders in here. The only thing I had to acquiesce to is the fact that they were a little too wide. So I took the title tabs and bent them over a bit like this so that they would close. The thing would close easily. I really like it. Now, the one feature it doesn't have, oh, and I should add, this particular agenda, for me it's an agenda, you'll notice it's got a spring-loaded clip for the paper pads, but it does not have a slot whereby I can take some of my standard papers and then take the backer board and run it into that slot. You just can't do that. So you essentially use the spring-loaded clip, and this 8.5 by 11.5 is about as big as it's going to get. I did take this paper and peel it off of the chipboard backer. And I found that without the chipboard backer, it was a little less thick, and then the individual papers slipped in here. No big deal. I can manage that way. Now, this little portfolio device, very quickly show you what this has is there's a power bank built into the back cover, and there's actually a slot here. It's not a slot, it's actually the mini USB. It's not a C type, but you can charge your power bank that's built in, or reverse the process and use this as an output device. This one comes with cables. The reason I'm showing you this, this is smaller, and it's more like a little man's, men's large wallet, small portfolio device. I could see using this area here instead of for the phone. I've got some power banks that would drop right in and would work just fine. And then again, you've got slots for business cards, etc. This to me is, as I wrote here, a quality value and 5 stars. I think it's a no-brainer. If you're looking for something, I own quite a few of these. I would recommend this to a friend, even to maybe somewhat of a non-friend. I won't say enemy, but I like it that much. I think it's a 5-star item. It's a good value. It's under $30. I don't know. I mean, how do you do better than that?